Howdy y'all, welcome back to my Let's Play of EVE Online. When last we left off, we had done the first mission in the industry career path, learned how to do a little bit of mining, and now what we're going to do is we will start our second mission in the industry career path. This time, Cooksary wants us to get him some Tritanium. As we talked about before, you can get Tritanium from Veldspar. Now he's not giving us a specific location this time to go get the ore from. In fact, he tells us to just go to any asteroid belt and mine some Veldspar. We'll need at least 100 units of it. Now, during our last mission, we actually got enough Veldspar that we had 260 units left over. Now we can use this Veldspar because part of the objectives didn't say anything about having to go to a certain location and mine the ore. So if you got enough ore from the previous mission that you have over 100 left, you can use that for this mission. If you don't, you would need to go out into space, find a random asteroid belt, and mine some ore and bring it back. Since we don't need to do that, we'll skip that step and we will go directly to refining. In order to refine our ore, we need to go over here to the station services, to the industry one. No. To the reprocessing plant. That's what we want. Now we need to input our materials into the reprocessing plant. So he says you only need 150, or you only need 100 to get 150 Tritanium. I'll believe him. So what we'll do is we'll shift and click on our Veldspar and drag it to a clear space. And that will allow us to split the stack. And we want 100 units. So there we go. Now, we can take those 100 units, drag them into the reprocessing plant, and it will give us 198 Tritanium. Now, if you'll notice, we are only reprocessing at 47.9% efficiency because this character does not have reprocessing skills. If we had reprocessing skills, we could actually increase that yield and we could get closer to 100% of the yield that we should get from 100 units of Veldspar. The base is 50. We don't have any bonuses from reprocessing efficiency, or ore processing. That's all a ×1. And we are actually getting taxed by the station owner a little bit for using their reprocessing services. So they are actually only going to return 96-ish% of the mineral that we can get out, which is why it's not a 50% yield. It's actually a 47.9%. It's 50% base, and then the station owner takes a tax on top of that. This is why for new players, it is much better to just sell the ore, the raw ore, rather than reprocessing it yourself until you can get these reprocessing skills trained. But since the mission requires that we get some ore, we'll go ahead and reprocess what we have so that we can complete the mission. And we'll close this. There is our Tritanium. So we will go to Cooksary here, and notice we now have a check mark, which means we can accept and complete the mission all at the same time. When we accept it, we will get a mining frigate skill book, which we will need in order to fly the Venture that we are going to get for successfully completing the mission. And the Venture is a ore mining ship. We can take a look at it here. It has an ore hold as well as a cargo bay. The ore hold in the Venture is sizable. It is much larger
Skill training completed.
than the cargo hold of our Merlin, which means when we go mining in it, we can actually stay out there longer, as it will take longer to fill up the ore hold with ore. So let's go ahead and accept the mission. And Aura down here will talk about reprocessing, but we have already talked about that. And then we will go ahead also and immediately complete the mission, get the Venture and the bonus rewards. Now, we can't fly the Venture yet. We don't have the skill book trained. So what we need to do is go down here to mining frigates, right click, train immediately to level 1. Alright, so we will do that, and while this trains up to 15 minutes, we will look and see what the next mission in the industry line is. The next mission is they want us to build 2 civilian afterburners from a civilian afterburner blueprint that they're going to give us. We can take a look and see what types of minerals this is going to require. So we look at the materials. It's going to require 67 titanium to make 1 afterburner. So let's see, do we have that already? Did we make enough? No, we did not. So we have a couple of options. We can either go ahead and try to reprocess a little bit more of our ore and then use that to make this, or we can go mine some more ore, bring it back, reprocess that, and then we should have enough. And we don't need much more. We only need 1 afterburner, or we need 2 afterburners. They take 67 each, which is 134 total. We could probably get that with the 160 Veldspar that we have, so let's try that. Let us try to reprocess some of this. So let's go ahead and accept the mission so that we get the blueprint. Let's bring up our reprocessing plant again. Find our Veldspar. Now let's try, we don't need a whole lot. So let's try the 60. Let's see if we can, let's see what that will give us. 60 is not enough. We need at least 100. So we'll swap those out. And we'll remove that item. You need at least 100. A stack is required. Sure, we'll go ahead and reprocess that. Now let's stack our stuff back again. 246 titanium. That's more than enough to make the 2 that we need. Now, Aura down here will step you through the process of manufacturing if you've never done that before. Talking about blueprints and the industry icon. We will just go ahead and step through these because I'm going to show it to you. If you want to read these, feel free to pause the video, read these little boxes, and then you know, she can walk you through the process like that. I will just show you how it's done. You come up here to the industry icon, you click on industry. This brings up the station's industry window, and this is where you will install your blueprints. We have 1 blueprint, a civilian afterburner blueprint. It has 2 runs on it. Blueprints are either copies or originals in EVE. Copies are made from originals. People can take an original and make a copy of it and sell the copy or give it away or something like that. Copies will only have a finite number of runs that the copy blueprint will be good for. Copied blueprints are not good forever, and once you use the number of runs that the blueprint is allowed for, the blueprint disappears. and you would either have to buy another one, make another one, something like that. Original blueprints have an infinite number of runs to them. You can use the blueprint over and over again until the end of time. The blueprint will never disappear on you, and you can make copies of that blueprint. That's why originals will be sold for significantly higher, and most corporations will not sell originals at all. They will only sell copies. If you find an original on the marketplace, number one, it's going to be incredibly expensive. Number two, it will be incredibly rare to find one. But we have a civilian afterburner blueprint that we can run twice, which is good because we need two of them. So in order to run your blueprint, you have to click and drag it up here to this box and install it into the industry window. Now it'll ask you for the number of job runs you want. We want 2 because it's going to take 2 items that will use up the entire blueprint. If we backed it off to 1 job, that takes up half of the blueprint. 2 jobs take up the full blueprint. If this had 4 runs, you would see the circle go to quarter, then half, then 3/4, then full, if you were going to run 1, 2, or 3, or 4 times. We want both of them, so we will go ahead and run it twice immediately. That's going to take 128 tritanium, and we have 246 tritanium in our item hold. So we have more than enough. Since we have everything we need, we can go ahead and click the Start button. That will start the process of the station creating the items that are in the blueprint, and that will be under the Jobs tab. If we click over here to the Jobs tab, it will show you all of your active jobs and how long it is until they finish. Alright, this run of 2 afterburners will take a little under 8 minutes now. It started out a little over 8 minutes, but now it's going to take, it's running. It will even tell you you can close this window. This industry window can be opened from anywhere. You don't have to be in a station to see it. You can come over here to your menu and you can go to business, and you can go to industry, and you can actually open this window from anywhere, in space, from another station, anywhere you want to, and you can click on the Jobs tab, and it will show you the jobs you have running and where they are located and how many jumps away that you are from them. So that's a very handy thing if you have jobs running in multiple systems at multiple stations. It will tell you how long until they're finished and where they're located, so you can get back there when they are done. Okay? Since we have to wait for this to finish in order to complete our mission, we'll go ahead and take the first mission in the business career path as well. And the business career path is basically a market-based career path. It's going to teach us a lot about the regional market. The first mission in the business career path is a transport mission. They want us to transport some data sheets from the State War Academy here in Uitra to a moon base in Unpass. All right. They will give us a Mining 1 frigate skill book, which we already have and are learning. A reward will be an industry skill book, which we have already injected and learned the first one of, which means we will be able to sell these skill books on the marketplace. Rather than just having copies laying around, we can actually sell these for some ISK and make a little bit of extra money on them, including the bonus rewards. Now the collateral is 158 ISK. In order to transport the data sheets, we will get that money back once this is completed. So let's go ahead and accept the mission. Let us go ahead and set this drop-off location as our destination, and most importantly, go over to the inventory window, grab these data sheets out of the item hanger and place them in our Merlin so that we are now taking them with us. If you do not do that, you will have to fly back, pick them up, and take them on. Now that we have multiple missions running, we can see the missions that we have active and that we have accepted. We have Making Mountains Out of Molehills, 3 of 10 from the Industry series, and we have our new mission, Balancing the Books, 1 of 10 from the Business series. And I'll show you what that means here in a moment. Let's undock and let's transport these documents. Alright. Now normally what we do whenever we have a destination set is we come over here, we scroll down, we go to our Stargate and we jump. We can also look at our different missions. We can read the details and we can set destinations as well from any place that has a destination active. So you can look at the missions that you have even out in space by using your Agent Missions window. Now we need to jump to Unpass in order to drop these off, so that's what we'll do. We will warp out here. And we will jump to Unpass. Now that we are in the correct system, we can go over here to the stations, find the station in yellow, that is our destination, and dock.
Warp drive active. Docking permission requested. Docking request accepted.
Alright, we are here at our destination. We've gotten our green check mark. We can go ahead and move the data sheets to the item hanger just to make sure that we've gotten them delivered. And then we can talk to the business agent, start the conversation, and we can complete it right here. Since we've dropped them off, we've got all 3 green check marks. Complete the mission. There we go. Completed. Let's go to our inventory, go to the item hanger. Nothing here. He was supposed to reward us with a couple of skill books. So why aren't they here? Well, if we go to our personal assets, we can see that we have assets in both Unpass and Uitra. In Unpass, all we have is our frigate, our ship, which is what we're sitting in. If we go to Uitra, we can see all of the items that are in the item hold in Uitra, and you'll notice there is one of our skill books, and there's the other skill book. Mission rewards, if they are items rather than ISK, will always be given to you at the location of the agent, not at your location. So if you complete a mission somewhere other than where the agent is located, you will have to fly back to the station that agent is located in order to pick up your reward items. Always remember that, because there are a lot of people who will say, I completed the mission and he didn't give me the reward item or the reward skill book. Yes, they did, but they always hand them to you at the station that the agent is located in. Alright? But we completed our mission. Let's check to see how our industry job is going. So that is not the industry tab. Alright, here we go. Industry. It's almost done. It's got 1 minute, 14 seconds, and we are one jump away. So easy to check on your industry jobs. So let's jump back. Let us set, and we'll go over here, and we'll set this as our destination because we have an active mission out of here. So we will set that as our destination because we need to go back and finish the mission of creating those afterburners. So once again, find our yellow coded Stargate, right click, jump.
Warp drive active.
Back to Uitra we go. Now, to go dock at our space station.
Active. Docking permission requested. Docking request. Skill training completed.
Alright, we are back, and let us check on our industry jobs. They're done. We are finished. Now, just because it's finished doesn't mean you have the items in your item hanger. If we look at our item hanger, we see no afterburners at all. Because in order to complete the job, you have to deliver the items to the item hanger. So we will click on the deliver button. Job is done completely. Now if we look in the item hanger, we can see 2 civilian afterburners. That is what was required for the mission. So we will go over here, talk to our agent, see that we have the check mark, 2 civilian afterburners. We'll get an expanded cargo hold and some bonus ISK, complete the mission, and there we go. Come back over here, and we can see that yes, we did get the expanded cargo hold. Alright, well that will be this video for today. If you liked it, please hit the like button, and next time we will continue down the industry and business career paths. But until then, I am Sunder, and I will see you.